Hello.
There
Good,
you go,
thank
he's smiling. That's what we want to see.
Very confident win. How are you guys?
No, we're
You
doing
have some
very well,
questions?
thank you. Yes, yes, we've definitely got questions for you, Blade, always. Now, the preparation, you guys never played against Spirit in an official match, right? So how did you go into this one? Because the game they showed us earlier today, Mir was absolutely popping off. You spoke about him when we interviewed him last time, right? When we were talking to you about what players you'd be looking at. Were you kind of aware of what kind of game plan they would come into this with?
We didn't know who will be our opponent today because they were playing like 2 hours before our match. So we just wanted to find out who will be our opponent, not to start the preparation, not to get useless information in our head, So we had on like 2 hours. So because of that, we just wanted to surprise them with Mirage, and we find out like yesterday. I think we find out that we can just on T side we can just outplay the CS teams with our firepower. Just we get back our confidence against CS teams. If you remember, we were like coming back yesterday against VP on Dust 2. It was like 10-0 or 8-0. So just with random default, and it worked. And I think the confidence on a high level, and that's why we didn't even have usual preparation like for other, like for example blast, like other international events, not like CS. And it was easy. We just surprised them with the Mirage, and we just wanted to keep playing with confidence on T side of Dust 2, and on City side we have pretty good combos and other features, and that's why we didn't even afraid of them. It was I think the main line was our confidence.
It's not a secret you guys have been struggling a little bit in this tournament. At least you guys could have been playing better, I'd say, throughout. Do you think, like, you're talking a lot about confidence, but you're also talking a lot about the structure you didn't necessarily bring into this game. Do you think for the future you guys need to leave off a little less structure and maybe play a little bit more free to enable guys like Symbol or Electronic? Or is this just a period for you guys where it's just not really working out?
Actually, we from the beginning with this, when I became a coach, we didn't want to get a lot of structure. We wanted to create something like like necessary structure for start of the round, because you need somehow to control the map, like the most important things, and other stuff was mostly depend on skill and decision making of our skilled players. So if he, for example, Electronic is listening information, gathering other information, and giving to the our players, and if we can have an idea, we can play it. So that's the main system that we want to build, because in that case you always play pretty unpredictable, and very flexible. You can always play the in-game situation. You don't need the script, for example, like you're calling script on freestyle some strat, and you're going, and then something happens, and you just can't go till the end with this specific strat. If it doesn't work, you need to analyze the situation. So I don't think that it's good, and it's healthy for very skilled team to play with strats and with strict structures. That's why we, when we feel that the opponent is weaker, we give more freedom. Like for example, in this game, if we can outplay by only skill, for example, again, vitality on T side, but at the same time, if you feel in the game like it was on Katowice, if we feel during the game that we feel this momentum, and people just call on air a lot of interesting stuff and unexpected stuff, and we play really, really good with momentum.
So, Blade, you played an awful lot of teams, sort of up-and-coming teams, I would say, within the CIS region this tournament. Overall, who would you say impressed you the most, or maybe surprised you the most over the last week of playing?
You know, the Nemiga surprised us, but I don't think that they were the strongest team. They just surprised us because they were really aggressive, like Furia in North America, and because of course we knew that, but still it was hard to play because nobody in CS playing the same style. And but if you know how aggressive the team can be, it's pretty easy to read your opponent. But I think the strongest opponent among all CS teams were Virtus Pro, because they're trying to prepare and anti-strat you really hard, and all CS teams know that they're doing a lot of preparation, like watching a lot of demos, and that's why they stacking a lot of sites on city side, like 4A, 3B, and that's really annoying. And you need to have a really good in-game leader to handle this during
Now, Blade,
mid-round calls.
Perfecto, I wanted to ask you about in a little bit more detail, because he's had some time on the team now. We're starting to see him perform better. But are you comfortable with where he's at in his role and how he's able to perform? Because we're seeing him improve a lot here, but I feel like he's also enabling a lot of space for the other players on the team.
I like his role a lot, and as I said before a lot of times, I think he can fit any role now, because he's a really young player and very hungry for win, and he has a lot of skill, and also he's really smart but unexperienced, and with every match he'll be more experienced. And I think with the system that I'm trying to build, I think he'll be very how to say, multi-role, like he will be able to pick up, or for example to play anchor on any side, and sometime to play supporter. I think it's really important for a player to be to have such a lot of variations of your abilities, and not a lot of players can do that. I agree, but I think he's the one who is capable of that.
Now, Blade, I'm going to give you this opportunity as well, just to end this up with. Is there anything you want to say to the Na'Vi Nation of fans out there after you guys managed to grab the win here at the WePlay Clutch Island?
Thank you all our fans who were supporting us and believing to the end. And even when we were losing, even that thriller match against Nemiga, it was really close to lose. But if you always believe like we did, I think you always have a chance to win. And thank you all for the support.
Brilliant stuff. Blade, thank you very much. Go off and enjoy the rest of your evening and enjoy the win. We'll see you guys very soon, no doubt.